Greatness Gang, D4G here.
I am back! What it do, baby?
Hey, I told y'all I was gonna push this video out. We finally about to talk about it. We're gonna be going over the Tom Ford Maison Alhambra Fragrance World clones that I do have in my collection. Now I'm gonna go ahead and get this disclaimer now. I don't have all of them. I don't have the cherry one. I don't have peach. I'm sorry, I'm just not a big fan of fruits like that, especially those types. But if those are something that y'all would like to know my opinion on, just let me know down in the comment section and I'll look into picking those up as well. Before we get started, you know your boy trying to hit 2,500 by the end of the year. So give your boy that HBO special. Make sure you hit the like and the subscribe button. Let's go over the first fragrance. Now I'm gonna hit y'all with the one that I personally enjoy the most right now. It's between this one and Ebony Fum. But the first fragrance we're gonna start off with is gonna be Fabulo Intense. And this one is by Maison Alhambra. Clary sage, lavender, bitter almond, vanilla, leather, and white woods. Where you're gonna get a fresh amount of that clary sage in the opening, mixing together with a great dose of lavender, man. This has a huge lavender appeal to it. As it starts to transition, you're gonna get more of that bitter almond while still mixing together with the lavender, woods, and a little bit of vanilla in the dry down. But I don't get really too much of the vanilla in the dry down. But you can pick it up if you really go for it like that. For me, this is one of those unique fragrances that will help you stand out. Now this is cloning effing fabulous, and it does smell effing fabulous. But every time I have it on, I smell good. I know I'm feeling good and looking good. This is one of those great fragrances that you can really just enjoy going about your day with. Now with this being a unique smell, this is gonna be one that I just see everybody enjoying. This is not one of those mass appeal fragrances. No matter the season or the reason, this fragrance has year-round greatness to it. You can wear this spring, summer, fall, or winter. Now in the summer, I would definitely dial it down a little bit, but you can still pull out at nighttime and you'll be good to go there. 6+ hour performance, about an average scent bubble and sillage around you. And even though I said day or night, this fragrance just shines more so in that daytime to me. But if you're doing something at night, you can still pull this one out and you will be able to enjoy yourself. Just know that date night might be a little iffy. First time for a clone that we went over, Fabulo Intense by Maison Alhambra. Now this next one is top 2 for sure. And this one is going to be coming from the House of Fragrance World, Ebony Fum. Boy, look at that dent up in that thing already, man. You can tell I really do enjoy this one. Incense, Palo Santo, black pepper, leather, rose, resonance, and ebony tree. This is going to be one of those masculine fragrances with a very unique smell. You're going to get a high dose of woods, but it's still unique, fam. Don't get it twisted. Smoky, spicy opening up top. That Palo Santos and black pepper just mixes together. It works in this one. And the incense smoke really adds to it, but it's not an overly smoky type of fragrance. It has a nice blend to it overall. A good amount of woods thanks to that ebony tree, but you can pick up some leather as well, but it's mostly gonna be woody once you start to hit that transition on. One of those fragrances with great versatility, great utility, man. Day or night. Now I would say you wanna more so stick towards this one towards those cold months. Fall and winter, you can pull it out in the spring, but boy, don't you try to wear this one in the summer. It's gonna be too cloying. Just wait till it turns a little bit cooler. You really wanna have this one maybe around that 75 and lower. Anything other than that, especially once you get into the 80s, it might be too much, fam. Like I said, top 2 of the whole list for me, Ebony Fum, and this one is by Fragrance World. Can you believe that I got this one for $18 off of Groupon? Right, hugely. Now this next one's gonna have a little bit more mass appeal than all of these on this list. Talking about Porto Naroli by Maison Alhambra. Hey, look at that then in this one too. Well, I really do be spraying these up, fam. Mandarin orange, lemon, neroli, orange blossom, lavender, amber, and some herbal notes. Now this one has a frosty citrus type of opening that really reminds me of like a vacation. You want to like think about being on the beach, laid back with a little pina colada, something like that. That's what this one really reminds me of. A good amount of citrus, but it's going to be more so the lemon citrus that you get with this, but you can pick up hints of that orange. a huge dose of neroli, fam. You're gonna get a lot of neroli in this. And then as it hits the dry down, the lavender and the herbal notes really blend together, and it still maintains that neroli with that lemon citrus up top. Bruh, this one is just nice. Daytime for sure. You can rock this one during the spring and summer. Depending on where you're at, you may be able to get away with it in the fall as well. In the cold months, just leave this one, let it marinate, let it macerate for a little bit before you try to rock this one. You really just want to have this one during those hot summer days, hot spring days. Day or night, first impression, networking, business, you're gonna be good to go with this one. Brunch for sure. You could really enjoy this one at brunch. Mainly just during the daytime, fam. Not really something that I would want to wear at night. Pretty sure you got other options as well that you would want to reach for at nighttime. But during the day, this is gonna be a good one to have. The third fragrance, Porto Naroli by Maison Alhambra. Two more fragrances, and these two are definitely gonna be grown man type of stuff. I can't really see too many of my young fellas really enjoying this one, especially the next fragrance. Let's talk about Tuscano Leather by Maison Alhambra. Saffron, animal notes, leather, raspberry, incense, and woody notes. I'm telling you right now, fam, this one is not for everybody. And that opening can be off-putting to most people if you're not into that type of thing. Saffron and those animal notes, bro, you're gonna get a lot of that, fam. Now you do get some of the leather as well, but just know the way that spicy saffron works together and whatever type of animal notes they have, those are gonna be the main two players. The leather somewhat saves it a little bit as it starts to transition, and the raspberry note does help out a little bit to add some of that sweetness. But just know that's gonna take about 15 to 20 minutes before you start to get to that point. If the opening of this fragrance is already somewhat sickening to you, you're not gonna be able to fully enjoy this fragrance. Because even though the dry down is good, the dry down is very nice to me. Personally, I enjoy all aspects of this fragrance, but I can't see how it will be off-putting to a lot of people. The dry down is mostly gonna have a good amount of incense, leather, woods. You get a faint bit of that raspberry, but just know by this point, the animal note, that is already gone. So you don't really have to worry about that aspect of it. Not a fragrance that's gonna be for everybody, but for somebody that's into those spices, the animal notes, the leather, the incense, this is one that I can rock with heavy. Again, I just wouldn't suggest it for everybody. Number 4 fragrance on the list, Tuscano Leather by Maison Alhambra. Now the 5th fragrance is definitely gonna be for my tobacco lovers out there. You know what this one's gonna be. Talking about that Tobacco Touch by Maison Alhambra. Tobacco, spicy notes, vanilla, tonka bean, and woody notes. Hey fam, a beautiful spicy tobacco opening in this one. You can get a little bit of sweetness, but initially it's just gonna be a lot of spices mixing together with a beautiful tobacco. As it starts to transition, that's when you're gonna get hit with more of that vanilla, and it does make it a somewhat sweet fragrance, but the way that the tobacco and the woods and the dry down mix together, it kind of counterbalances majority of that sweetness. The vanilla just adds a nice touch to it. Not too dark of a fragrance, but definitely a grown man's fragrance. I really can't see none of my younger fellas out there truly enjoying this one, unless you're trying to get into those tobacco style fragrances. And if you are, I do think that this one would be a great fragrance to start off with, especially as a beginner. Now this is gonna be one of those cold months type of fragrances. Winter, fall, you possibly can wear this off in the beginning of spring and during those transitional periods. But during high heat, you're not gonna wanna pull this one out, fam. Really just keep this one towards those cold months. And this one is another one that has great utility as well. Day or night, you can dress this up. You can do something casual. Hell, you can even rock this in a sweatsuit if you're just walking around the mall. It's just gonna be a nice fragrance to have on. Now personally, I like to rock this one, especially if I'm going to like a cigar lounge during that cold winter. Yeah, this is one of the ones that's like my go-to when it comes to a cigar lounge type of thing. It's just a nice fragrance to have, and the way it mixes together with everything in the aroma, in the air, it's gonna have a nice aroma to where it's gonna be filling and pushing through while it's got that smoke going through. Yeah, this is just a nice one to have on, fam. The last of the Tom Ford clones that I have in my collection, Tobacco Touch by Maison Alhambra. that's gonna be the video there, man. Let me know what y'all thoughts are down in the comment section. Do you have any of these? Have you checked them out? And does this help with the decision that you're gonna make if you are looking to pick up some of these? Hopefully it did help a couple of y'all out, because I know y'all have been asking for this. So I hope y'all was able to get what you needed out of this video. But with all that being said, we about to get up out of here. I hope y'all have a great day. I hope y'all have a phenomenal day. Stay on your square. Stay on your purpose. Don't let nobody take you off of it, fam. D4G truly blessed. That's it for greatness. We out.